Hello everyone, we are Cool Kids Incorporated, the innovative solution to meet the rising demand for fresh water in ever-growing cities. With our patented product WattAir, we meet two rising demands of today's urbanized world: the water stress and the rising temperature due to climate change. WattAir, our drinking water producing air conditioner, faces these two issues at once with no other comparable product on the current market. Consequently, there will be an enormous potential for launching our product globally. The company is currently around 5 million US dollars worth, and we ask 2 million US dollars for the share of 40% of the company. The return of investments numbers are enormous, as you may see from the graph. So if you want to tackle the greatest challenge of the climate change and ever-growing cities, do you want to change the world with us? With that in mind, let's take a further look on WattAir. The environmental background is that more than half of the global population live in towns or cities. The urban growth is increasing all the time, and the demand for fresh water will be increasing too. In search for new adequate, relative clean water sources are limited. Safe drinking water systems will be essential to ensure cities and towns to grow sustainably and that people living in the cities feel healthy. Well then, why the water is the best solution for big cities? Because it combines two problems. Big cost for rebuilding metropolitan housing piping. House-wide projects could be very complex and involve many parties. Affordable drinking water system is much more accessible if you purchase WattAir. And many cities with a hot climate need air conditioning anyway. So WattAir turns humidity in the air into drinking water while cooling the air inside. So two birds with the one stone. It's also easy to install and could be implemented in all kinds of buildings, new and the old ones. So the WattAir produces a little higher than average air conditioner price. Average price will be somewhere around 500 to 700 US dollars depending on store, but the WattAir starting price will be 2,000 US dollars. And here you see the graph how the price is calculated. So we think that the Mexico City could be our square one, as it ranked with the major water quality problems, and the population is really concentrated, and also top city with water stress problematics. And then if we manage to well in Mexico, we could expand up to Tokyo or London in the United Kingdom. The timeline for our internationalization strategy could be that first 6 months we fundraise, then we enter Mexican market. In 1 to 5 years we grow a major player in Mexican market, and then after that we launch our global operations, and our aim is to globalize US, China, Brazil, Tokyo, those locations. And here you may see the graph how we calculated our financials. So the 10 years profit is enormous, as you may see. So what are the stakeholders for our firm? First, cities and governments, housing associations, real estate managers, private homeowners, venture capital management syndicates, service providers, and AC manufacturers. All of those will create value to our value chain. On the other hand, our stakeholders are building companies, architects, universities, early customers that want to get into this new level of innovation, suppliers, business consultants, and our staff, obviously. So, what could be the most optimal organizational structure or governance method for WattAir? We think that The main target for what could be globally integrated firm, achieving cost advantages through standardization of product, different locations and size of the firm as economies of scale. The functional units are located where they deliver the best cost advantages. So, for example, marketing and sales in New York area, and then IT in Brazil and customer service in India, for example. The whole corporate headquarters is responsible for creating a strategy and guiding those different business units. So, what is the business model canvas for Cool Kids Incorporated? We consider our key partners investors, suppliers, manufacturers, marketing, licensing partners, governments, construction industry. Also, here is a list of our key resources, key activities, our value proposition, customer relationship, customer segments, channels, how we deliver goods, and also a cost structure and revenue streams that are B2C sales, B2B sales, licensing, renting, and leasing, and post-sale services. Our internationalization plan, as you already heard, we start from Mexico, start develop good basis, good references from there. Our internationalization criteria is a piping quality, population density, water quality, humidity in that city, and then also the amount of sold window ACs. We might go to the nearest location geographically, and we could see the optimal methods to enter a new location would be indirect exports, licensing, maturities, joint venture, and our aim is to become a globally integrated firm. And after gaining the crown on the new markets of Mexico, we will aim to expand to other continents to achieve Tokyo, London, US, China. But this is only possible if we have good references and an efficient supply chain. And on the lower part of screen, you may see the process view of internalization. First prepare, then go to the new market and improve the position there and look for expansion. So that was it. Thank you for your attention for this presentation of What Air. And if you have any questions, please ask them. We kindly answer them. And lastly, here is Abedic's facts and figures presented by United Nations on water uranization.